Good morning. Good morning. I'm the Reverend Julianne Lepp, and it is a pleasure to be with you this morning from the Unitarian Universalist congregation. We are a congregation committed to diversity and a welcoming space. This morning we're going to talk about belonging, and in this time of hard times and wanting to find places where we can connect and feel loved, I think this is a very important topic. I'm going to start off with some opening words. I invite you to settle into a comfortable position. Maybe close your eyes, deepen your breath, gentle your face. This is a time when you can center down into meditation and the comfort of being where you are in the present moment. These words are from Reverend Edward Everett Hale. I am only one, but I am still one. I cannot do everything, but I can still do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do that something that I can do. And that's powerful to know that, even though we are one person, we can make a difference. And then when we join community or find places of belonging, we are lifted up into those spaces that are so important. I was talking to someone recently about the secret life of trees, and that was such a powerful book for me to read, to think about how interdependent a forest is, that they would feed nutrients to a stump that's even done, or that they would warn neighbor trees of danger. And the way that we have such a human-centric world, we think that we are the ones that are having the only communication, but we found that elephants communicate, and of course dolphins and whales and life communicates with each other. And when we think about our sense of belonging, we can look to the interdependent web of which we are a part, to which we belong. And that sense of belonging in the world and in the earth is such a comfort to feel that way, to feel supported by life itself. Yesterday I was thinking, it's going to be a rainy day, and I went out to the farmer's market and felt that connection. I saw an unexpected band. I saw the klezmer band, and UUC member Rob Kutta was playing violin, and that was lovely. Ran into other people I knew at the farmer's market. And so I had that sense of community there. And then later on, I went to one of our members' house to do some ice dyeing for our harvest auction. And there had that sense of community. And all of a sudden, the sun comes out, and everything is sunny and beautiful. And it was so amazing to feel supported with this beautiful fall day, and to come back to my house and see my garden in bloom and the sun all around it. Just felt connected and wonderful. And that sense of connection is not always easy to find. It takes some paying attention to the present moment, feeling that sense of relationship. And when we're feeling isolated, we tend to isolate ourselves even more. And so it takes that extra effort. So when you're settling into the meditation today, I encourage you to reach out your sense of connection, that feeling of belonging, to whether it is to your cat, to your family, to this UUC community, or to Eau Claire or wider places. Wanted to share a reading this morning, and it is from Victoria Safford, and it's one of my favorite ones. And then we will go into a time of silence. I knew a man who came to church every Sunday. You may not find anything remarkable in this, but I think on it, a man who came every single Sunday, and it was not that he lacked other things to do. I knew him only in the last years of his life, a birthright Unitarian, a retired geologist who, when he was not at church, was a volunteer for Amnesty International, and so many other things. Busier than any of us and still holding full-time jobs, he was committed, effective, clear about what he would do and what he would stand by his own standards and the people that he cared for. But what set him apart from all of us was that he came every single Sunday. Because of hearing loss, he sat in the front row, and I said, "Why do you come, John, in all kinds of weather, when you're well and when you're not, when you like the guest speaker and when you don't? Why do you come every Sunday?" I asked him not long before he died. His answer was straightforward, just like the man himself. "I come," he said, "because someone might miss me if I didn't." He said it in a way that was not arrogant at all, but generously and honestly. He was the kind of person who saw it as his duty and his privilege to welcome newcomers on a Sunday morning, not because he needed more friends. The man was 80 years old with a lifetime of friends and colleagues, probably more than he could handle. He did it not because he wanted to evangelize, you aren't really into that. He did it because he loved this congregation and he wanted it to flourish. He wanted it to feel like home, just like it had felt for him so many years ago. And so the first time that he said this to me, I thought about that our own spirits, our circle expands and our focus begins to shift around those who are around us. So when people come into your home, you welcome them as if in that moment it matters most. He worked hard on Sunday mornings. He got up on Sunday mornings expecting people to feel at home, and he came with that in mind. And it was right after he died that we missed him when he did not come. And do you know what happened? That Sunday after his memorial, someone new who had never met John Eric and now would never have the chance walked right in and sat in his empty place right in the front row. A whole family just sat right down, and we were glad to see them. 2 women new to town and their toddler and baby. They came home. They came to us hoping there was room, and John himself would have been delighted. So this sense of welcome is amazing. We think about the spaces that we create in ourselves and the spaces that we create in the communities that we are a part of. If we have space, it's kind of like that sense that we build it and it'll come. We have to create space in our lives for belonging. It's part of our job, part of other people's job to create inclusive community. So as we settle into this meditation time, I invite you to think about where you feel a sense of belonging and where you do not. And to examine that might be that maybe those spaces have work to do, or maybe you have something that you could do to reach out, or something that you need that you didn't even know that you needed. So I invite you to settle in, to quiet your breath, to settle into this space, enter into this time of quiet meditation. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. By our breath, we are connected to one another. We share oxygen with all of life. We share this teeny blue planet with all of life, and we belong to communities that are bigger than ourselves. And if we can feel that connection, it can be a powerful force in our lives when we need it the most. And that's often why I hear people come to this community, because they're looking for that sense of belonging whether it's through Justice or RE for their kids, or just a place to, like Cheers, where people know your name. I hope this week that you find that sense of belonging and connection. May your spaces welcome you, and may you find ways to welcome others. Namaste.